straight arm leaning in with the body weight, right? Not bent. That area a little bit. And start rolling the hip so that everything comes up to the surface more, and I can apply pressure a little bit more directly.
You're coming out and then down the center?
Just in. Right now I'm just going in. You know, but when I bring the leg across, it brings everything more to the surface, so there's a better contact. So you're going in that soft tissue there in between the lateral border of the sacrum and the greater trochanter of the femur. Follow that, right? And then you switch.
Yeah. Was that your knee?
You're going to have to watch the video to find out. But see, the premise of bringing the leg across while you're applying the video, the knee. Now, engaging and bringing the leg out. Feel the difference? Shaking up. See, this is a supported move. So from here, down, up, support. So we're working down, following bladder meridian, so hamstring just below the gluteal fold, knee. Right over the work. Pressure's okay, man?
That's good.
Now, it's a nice broad muscle, so you might think about applying your foot here too. It's real nice, the arch of the foot fits over the contour of the hamstring. There's also this concept of pinning and stretching. Okay, so after hamstring, we're going to be working down following here. So do a transition. And let the leg open up. Stretch. Fix the pantalones. See? And then we're going to pick up where we left off so we compress, compress, compress. Here's the knee joint. You don't want to do a lot of direct pressure into the knee joint, but anything that decompresses the knee joint is good. So you could put your palm above the knee joint and lean in, because that gives a nice stretch to the tendinous attachment of the hamstrings. You can do circular friction behind the knee. You know, between the gastroc, soleus, plantaris, all the hamstrings, there's a lot of connective tissue that come together right at the back of the knee. And then just some squeezing here on the gastroc. And then we're going to do some thumbing of the bladder meridian. So the bladder meridian comes straight down. And there's a point where it comes together right in the center of the knee. And then some firmer thumb compression, again, right between the gastroc heads. So here's the gastroc heads turning toward into the self, into the center. Your thumb, press it right in there. Pressure's okay, man?
Yeah, it's good.
Good, yeah. Foot. Now, this hand. Okay, so figure 4, right? So there's a lot of variations of bringing a little bit more specificity into the work. So one of them is this figure 4 position where you can stabilize it, come across. I'm going to use my elbow all through here. Leaning right up against the lateral border of the sacrum. butt is open to this, so you can just lean in between the sacrum and the greater trochanter, just straight down in the belly of the muscles of the glutes and the deep lateral rotators. So the lateral board and the sacrum is on one side and the greater trochanter on the other, so I'm just in belly here of muscles. And here's the head of the greater trochanter of the femur, like this. And I'm going to work around it just by turning into it. So and then when I turn my hand, it takes the edge of the elbow and brings it right up against the contour of the greater trochanter of the femur. You feel, Ivan?
I do.
So that's a nice way of working. And a little compression here. So you work, right? So here's your intention. You're compressing down the iliotibial veins or gallbladder area. And you're pressing. It's like, okay, you can feel the texture. Everyone's different. Here's some nice thickness here. So here, maybe good enough. Here, maybe better. Pressure's okay now? So you got to sort of decide, like when you're working, what's appropriate, because you don't want to put yourself in strain. You want to be in a supportive position so you can just lean in and stay open so you can focus on your breath. Let that excess chi out. I have that chi bound up.
Ventilation.
So this is gallbladder meridian. So meridian comes in front of the malleolus, so it's a good position to do the source point.
So we do gallbladder prone and supine. Or inside lying, I mean.
This is gallbladder.
We do the gallbladder not inside lying?
We do
Yeah.
gallbladder inside line, yes.
Okay.
So both in sideline and in prone,
Okay.
but not bladder so much.
Yeah, no.
So we're going to finish with this stretch and then transition to the other side. So bring it back to midline. Stand even with the hips. The foot that's closest to the head, you put lightly on the lower back, so it's above the sacrum. Arch of the foot over the vertebrae of the lumbar, and you lower yourself. You don't bend at the back, but you rather lower your hara. Inhale, and on the exhale, you lift with your legs and just go straight up, not back, just up like this. You can do a couple times. But this here foot, easy pressure, right? And then when you lower it down, you can simply follow it, knee down, knee down, knee down. So suave, yeah? Pressure's okay, Evan?
That's good.
So yeah, right? Figure it out. What's appropriate? So how I did it on the other side, I mean, depending on what works for you, you can adjust it from this side if you're more comfortable leaning in. So whatever utilizes your body weight, how your body aligns to the other person. So you have to find that out when you're working, what feels comfortable. It's all gallbladder now. So that stretch I did too when I was standing before, when I start at the hips this way. Also, depending on how you match up with the person, you could do it this way, where you step across and you can take your, like this, and just shift it this way. So it depends on what works better for you. Is it okay now?
Good.
I can sneak you, right? I stress the end. And then depending again on how he is. And with a little compression on the bottom of the foot, so you can use your knees. Or your palms of your hands. Use the feet. But we're going to add with some nice compression on the bottom of the foot. It's okay, Evan?